On today's episode of Outlook TV, taboo.
Out in schools.
The It Gets Better Project with Dan Savage.
Mardi Gras.
Take time for your mind. John Ferry's Physical Graffiti.
The Coronation Ball.
Hi, and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Dan Doomshaw.
And I'm Rebecca Wyman. We're here, we're queer. Thanks for joining us.
This is a queer news magazine show where we bring you queer stories from Canada to delight you. All of our crew, all of our camera people, editors, and hosts are queer.
So, like, you're queer?
Yeah, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, right.
And now our first story. This is guaranteed to delight and intrigue you while titillating your senses.
The unstoppably naughty Connie Smudge visits the Naughty But Nice Taboo sex show. I hear it was a wild romp.
I hear she's still recovering.
Hi kittens, it's your intrepid reporter, the unstoppable Connie Smudge, here at the fabulous 11th annual Taboo Sex Show here at the Convention Center in Vancouver. I've got some fabulous interviews lined up and I can't wait to introduce you to the hottest people in Canada. Oh my gosh. Taboo! Are you having a good time at Taboo?
I'm having so much fun.
Such a fabulous group of people. What stands out for you the most?
Probably some buns over there.
I know, right? Introduce yourself to the group.
I'm John.
And you're working with?
Little Sisters in Sweet.
Yeah? And you are sweet. Are you wearing some of their wares right now?
I'm wearing all of their wares right now.
I know that there's... I was going... Oh my gosh, kittens, I have found Mr. Taboo 2011-2012. Oh my God, are you excited?
So excited.
The judging just happened, the competition just happened, and you were amazing up there. I'm loving all your paint too.
Thanks, girl.
Oh my God, hi boys!
Hi!
Oh my God, it's the Vancouver Fire Department. There were too many letters to do it the other way. So tell me where the money goes to.
The money goes to the Vancouver Fire Charitable Society. And from there, we send it out to the VGH Burn Unit, Burn Fund, Burn Camp, CKNW Orphans Fund. Man, if you need help, just ask and we'll do our best.
I really don't want to! Are you sure? Yes.
Yeah.
I think I found the most interesting thing here at the fabulous Convention Center, Taboo. Who are you?
My name is Karen Tower. I'm here with Pure Global Imports, and we're here demonstrating cream whip topping. It's an alcohol-infused whip topping. So we'll pick my favorite, which is caramel.
Oh my God, caramel.
Yeah, it's delicious. Isn't that great? Connie, do you love that or what?
I think I'm about. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
You are, honey. You're at the
I'm getting a little moist. Introduce yourself to the group.
Hi, my name's Master Ceremonies, and I'm the mistress of the stage at the Taboo Naughty But Nice Sex Show.
I want to wish you continued success with this. It's amazing what you've done.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure doing business with you, or business doing pleasure.
One of my favorite events in Vancouver is the Vancouver Queer Film Festival.
Oh, definitely one of mine too.
Now it's called Out on Screen, and there's a special program with that Queer Film Festival called Out in Schools, where they bring some of these queer films to schools, high schools and elementary schools in BC and across Canada to address homophobia and bullying.
Our reporter Skip Johnson got to speak to Ross Johnstone of Out in Schools.
Navigating high school can be a challenge for anyone. Most students haven't been exposed to the diversity that exists in the world, which can make it hard to understand people's differences. Out in Schools is a program that educates students about diversity and challenges stereotypes.
Out in Schools is a unique program that's been running since 2004. We use film, mostly Canadian youth-made films, as a way to outreach to high school students around issues about homophobia, bullying, and violence. The primary objective of the Out in Schools program is to curb homophobia and transphobia in schools, to create safe learning environments for all students through creative means. People are bullied because of their sexual orientation. People use words like fag or dyke all the time in school. So yeah, really good, because this is a place where homophobia happens, it's a good place to address.
Jasmine Khan is a 15-year-old transgender student who has been through the program.
Yeah, when I first saw the Out in Schools presentation, I was really happy actually, because at the time I wasn't out, able to really just be happy and feel safe for like the 2 hours that it lasted, and be able to be introduced to a bunch of different films and movies that were all queer-related.
An example might be a youth-made film that has been very popular in the program called Hello, My Name is Herman. It was a film done by a young Toronto filmmaker. It was her first time picking up a camera to create a film. A really charming story that really highlights what happens when you come from a family that's supportive.
Facilitators hold open discussions about the causes and effects of homophobia and show real-life examples.
With my girlfriend at the time, and we were just walking down the sidewalk. We weren't holding hands, but a car drives by, and a couple guys roll down their windows and yell "Dykes" out the window at us.
I found that all the students were really comfortable with what was being told, with the movies that are being shown, and I found that a lot of people were just interested. A lot of people were actually happy and were able to learn not to say rude things, or to be more noticeable of what they're saying, and to kind of appreciate people more for who they are.
The responses from students have been very positive. Often students write in after the presentation to share their personal stories. While they sometimes seem sad, the outcome is always positive, stating that they feel less alone and appreciate witnessing their peers being supportive.
Additionally, we hear from who you might consider to be potential bullies, who tell us that they've had a greater understanding and appreciation for LGBT people as a result of our presentations, and they always link that back to the films that we show. They find the films engaging and moving, and the power of film to change somebody's mind is huge on these issues.
Out in Schools was one of the greatest changes that I've ever had to me, especially it affected my whole transition in a way, because it kind of led me to find who I really was at a time when I was really lost in my life.
Each year, Out in Schools collaborates with the Vancouver School Board and the BC Teachers Federation to program the Rise Against Homophobia Youth Video Contest. It's the opportunity for young people to make a 30 to 60-second spot challenging homophobia in their community and supporting diverse environments. We're delighted this year to have funding through Heritage Canada to take this project national. So it's our first venture from coast to coast, and we're hoping to engage anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 students in our first year.
If you'd like more information on the Rise Against Homophobia contest, or would like Out in Schools to come to your area, you can find out more information on their website. For Outlook TV, this is Skip Johnson.
All of us here at the show are a little bit jealous of Fred Camperman right now. He got to interview somebody that the rest of us really would have liked to have got a shot at.
Yeah, you might have read his column called Savage Love. Fred caught up with Dan Savage
to talk about the It Gets Better project.
My son is a snowboarder, as am I, as is my husband, who I married in Canada and am still married to in Canada.
Dan started the It Gets Better project based on a comment about the suicide of Billy Lucas.
I read about the suicide of Billy Lucas in September of 2010, and I wrote about it, and somebody left a comment on my blog addressing Billy Lucas, saying, "I wished I'd known you, I wished I'd been able to tell you that things get better, rest in peace." And that phrase really stuck with me, things get better. And I was traveling as I do from college to college, doing a Savage Love Live, and thinking, God, I really should be going from high school to high school and not college to college. And, but I would never get an invitation to speak at a high school. I would never get the permission from parents. And it occurred to me that I was waiting for permission I no longer needed, that in the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter era, that I could speak directly to LGBT youth wherever they were, without having to wait. There's all sorts of ways families come together and create we have friends, DJ has a friend who has 2 moms and 2 dads. They got together and they made a family. They had 3 kids now. And it's kind of beautiful. And those kids don't feel at all deprived. They feel that they have more parents, more love than their friends. He feels like he beat DJ in the gay parent department.
Backstage, Dan talked about his own bullying experiences.
The worst that I had was in middle school, 7th, 8th grade. And it was a lot of name calling and a lot of that self-loathing that instills. But like a lot of LGBT young people, the worst of it was in my home from my parents. They weren't malicious, it was thoughtless. They weren't bullying me because they meant to, but they were saying hateful, homophobic things, and I did contemplate suicide at that stage of my life because I thought my parents could never love or accept me if they knew who I really was.
Okay, little ones, here's the first thing you need to know.
You are perfect and wonderful exactly as you are.
You're not alone. There are a ton of us out here in this world. We love you without even knowing you.
We've heard from thousands and thousands of young LGBT people who've taken hope from the videos. If you go and look at the videos online, you'll find comments on every video from LGBT young people discussing the video, discussing their lives, reaching out for help and receiving help from the creators of the videos or other people who've watched the videos. And we've gotten letters at the project from young people who've been inspired to hang in there and to hang on and to make their lives better. A lot of the videos are about how to change your circumstances. If you're an LGBT kid who's in a bad spot, if you're being bullied. A lot of the videos were created by people who got their GEDs and went straight to college and jumped out of high school. So they're not just telling kids to wait. A lot of them have action plans for kids who are in a bad place. To be a fierce advocate, as someone once said, for your child in the world, to get out in front of the bigotry that you feel he may encounter or she may encounter.
Join the over 10,000 videos that are already on It Gets Better project. You can make a difference. For Outlook TV, I'm Fred Camperman.
The night before the Grammy Awards this year, the world lost an incomparable diva. Whitney Houston had the talent and the ability to take on any audience at any time, and just about any role. That night, Jennifer Hudson performed a touching tribute to Whitney at the Grammy Awards. And tonight in Vancouver, some of the city's top drag performers are doing a tribute of their very own, including Coco, who's known as Vancouver's very own Whitney. We had a rare opportunity to sit and chat with Coco as she got into face in the celebrities' dressing room.
I love seeing people become what they never thought that they really could fully do, and really realize their true potential and kind of become that, because it just makes me smile. It makes me happy.
Coco was destined to become Vancouver's Whitney.
I remember when her first album came out, my mother should have known that, because I knew that album front to back. Dancing around my house, mowing the lawn with it, transferring it to tape so I could listen to it on my Walkman while mowing the lawn and singing the lyrics at the top of my lungs, thinking that no one could hear it over the lawnmower. I think I was destined to be a Whitney impersonator. And I don't know, she's always just kind of, she's been there. She's been a little bit crazy, but she's just that voice. It just does something to you. So I've always loved Whitney. When was the first time I did Whitney? God. Probably one of the first songs I ever did. Probably How Will I Know? The crazy thing is I've based my drag career has been based on performing her, and there's still songs that I love of hers that I have never done yet. It's Not Right But It's Okay, My Love Is Your Love. God, I've done them all. Almost all.
Favorite Whitney song?
Love Will Save the Day.
I'll always love you.
This is my favorite Whitney song. This one right here. I Have Nothing.
I Will Always Love You. I think it's iconic. It's It hits your soul.
So what number did Coco pick for that special night?
Well, of course I'm doing It's Not Right, but It's Okay.
From Celebrities Nightclub in downtown Vancouver, I'm Stephen Schelling for Outlook TV.
Please stay with us. We have to go to a break right now.
It's a lot of queer news. We're tired.
You're watching Outlook TV!
Welcome back. You are watching Outlook TV.
We take you now to Vancouver's Davie Street, where a little bit of New Orleans has spread its love for Mardi Gras.
Skylar? Is that you, Skylar? Beneath all those beads?
It's Mardi Gras all over the street. These fine gentlemen are going to shower me in beads.
Woo! That's how we want it. Happy Mardi Gras!
Happy Mardi Gras 2012!
The spirit of New Orleans made its way up to Vancouver with a celebration of Mardi Gras. A simple donation to Friends for Life lets you experience Davie Street's finest venues where all the Mardi Gras action takes place.
Totally busy. Mardi Gras Davie Street celebration. Hoping everybody does a wonderful job. You know, that charity fundraiser.
This year, Numbers offered on-site airbrushing.
I'm kind of thinking I should get my face painted. What do you think? I definitely think you should.
Well, what do you think? All right, time to hit Junction, where the party continues.
I think it's really festive. It's going to be fun. Very colorful.
Yeah, everyone's getting into the spirit. It's all good, and the show's about to start, so we're excited.
Some of Vancouver's top drag superstars joined up at Junction for an all-night Mardi Gras-style performance.
Welcome to Mardi Gras at Oasis.
I see you've got the beads going on, and you're really in the spirit, I think.
Yes, we're loving the whole Mardi Gras bar hopping thing.
Seem to be getting more beads as the night goes on. What can happen next? Well, the Mardi Gras party goes on. Our last stop is at Celebrities. Woo!
Davie Street is full of people with beads and masks. It's great. The bars have lineups. Everyone looks like they're having fun. I can't complain. It's been a really great success, and I truly hope that Joni and Friends for Life want to do it again next year.
Woo! Look at all these people. It's crazy. For Outlook TV, this is Skylar Bear on Davie Street for Mardi Gras. Woo!
The Health Initiative for Men wants you to take time for your mind.
Me?
Yes, you.
To take time for my mind? I'd like to hear more about this. Perhaps Tom Dukowski could share.
I'm walking up to the offices of the Health Initiative for Men. I already take their yoga classes on Friday nights, and I want to see what programs they have to offer this year.
The HIM office is located at 1033 Davie Street, Suite 421. I had the chance to sit down with Executive Director Wayne Robert to ask him what the Health Initiative for Men does.
Well, HIM's an organization, a community-based organization that's a nonprofit society, and it's dedicated to strengthening the health and well-being of gay men.
HIM looks at several dimensions of gay men's health.
We look at health as a complete perspective of a person. So we're looking at their social health, their sexual health, their physical health, and their mental health.
Program Manager Darren Usher discusses HIM's new program, Take Time for Your Mind.
Take Time for Your Mind we developed as an anti-stigma
against mental illness. So there's a lot of stigma campaigns going on right now.
Darren tells me about the mental wellness services offered by him for Take Time for Your Mind.
There's our peer support service, and then we have a personal strategy advisor, which is another type of peer that will sit down and actually make a strategy for a person. A lot of people are somewhere, they know where they want to be, they just don't know how to get there. And then we have volunteer professional counselors from the community come in and do professional counseling.
Here's how to access the program.
How you access is just give us a call or drop us an email and we'll answer that straight away.
For more information, take a look at HIM's website, www.checkhimout.ca. For Outlook TV in Vancouver, this is Tom Dukowski.
You know what, Rebecca? I'm looking out there in TV land and it looks like people need a snack and possibly even to go to the washroom.
Yep, so we're going to have to take another break now. But don't you go far.
You're watching Outlook TV at Coronation 40.
Welcome back. You're still watching Outlook TV.
We're going to take you now into the world of visual art, where there's a very famous queer artist who our reporter Angus Prott got to speak to.
It's true, it's John Ferry, and I'm very lucky I own one of his paintings.
Where is it?
In my house.
Where? What room?
The living room.
Oh, so a signature piece.
It's true.
Well, here's Angus's signature piece on physical graffiti.
Well-known Vancouver artist John Ferry gave an inside look at his latest collection and the city that inspired it.
Well, painting Vancouver, it was really interesting because I painted the landmarks in various places in and around the city over the last few exhibitions. I painted the bridges, for example, and done all of that. And now I found that I wanted to paint neon signs. And with the ghost signs that are appearing in Vancouver, Vancouver once hosted 19,000 neon signs. It was the second largest in the world after Shanghai. Passing aircraft could see the neon signs glowing. And of course, it gave such a unique quality to the rain. These signs were so beautifully made that here we are 50, 60 years later, and there's still, many of them are in pristine condition. Bylaws were passed about the stopping of neon. It was associated with littering and prostitution and all these ridiculous things. So they stopped doing it, and they've managed to save a lot of the neon from Vancouver. It's been kind of exciting, so I wanted to paint that.
I asked some of the patrons what their favorite pieces were.
Well, there are so many favorites in the show. It's such a great picture of Vancouver, and I'm a recent resident of Vancouver, so it's an exploration for me. But one of my particular ones is this one here, because it's around the corner from where I live.
They're all amazing. This is the largest one, and I think it's the centerpiece of the show, and it's fantastic.
This is my favorite because it really does visualize a lot about what Vancouver has.
Look at them all. They're gorgeous. How could I pick just one?
I asked John what the highlight of the exhibit was for him.
I think this is my favorite painting in the whole collection. It's the Orpheum Theater, and I think it's one of the biggest neon signs in North America. And this one's called Cafe or Orpheum, which is, or Cafe or Symphony, I should say, because of course the Orpheum has the symphony.
For more on John Ferry, visit johnferry.com. This is Angus Prott for Outlook TV.
You know what's better than being a drag queen, Rebecca?
Being Barb Snellgrove?
Yes. Also being an empress.
Ooh, with a crown?
Yeah, or a tiara.
Nice.
Every year, an empress is chosen from Vancouver's illustrious drag queens at the Coronation Ball. And Barb Snellgrove?
She gets to go.
Hi, this is Barb Snellgrove for Outlook TV. We're at Performance Works on Granville Island. We're down at the DMS, the Dogwood Monarchist Society 41st Annual Coronation. I am speaking with Empress Extra Large XL Camel Toe. What does an empress do?
I'm just going to take this from you. What Empresses do, we are basically the voice of the community, for the gay community and the bisexual and the transgendered. My charities, the first one is Health Initiative for Men. They, throughout Vancouver, they provide condoms and lube packets at a good chunk of the bars. The second one is Community, which helps out with a whole wide range of things, but the one thing that I love the most is that they give free testing. And the last one is Youth Co, which helps out kids 15 to 29 dealing with living with HIV, AIDS, or Hep C.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 6th, 10th, and 17th elected Emperor of Nevada.
The Dogwood Moniker Society, having started in the U.S., quickly spread to Canada by way of Ted North.
It had been started in San Francisco by Jose, and then it spread to Portland and Seattle, and then, like all things do, spread some more. And then Ted North became the proclaimed himself Empress of Canada, and was supported by the courts of San Francisco and Portland to start the Canadian and move the Canadian courts in the Canadian court system rather to work as a sister situation between the courts in the United States.
Ted North has been an activist and community leader for over 50 years. He has witnessed a dramatic change in LGBTQ rights in Canada, having been involved with Pierre Trudeau's government as a young man.
You have an Empress of Canada Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about what the foundation does?
Yes, it's a wonderful site, and we will be doing fundraising through that site, but also we're just going to have our history of all of our Canadian gay people on our site. And that's what the foundation is there for.
August 25th, 2012. Escorted by, but she's already up there.
We're speaking with Victor Bear Park, who is the recipient of the DMS's Citizen of the Year Award. What have you been doing this year to deserve such a wonderful honor, and congratulations?
Well, for the past 12 months, and tonight is my first year anniversary, I've been following the DMS members around, following the Queens around, and documenting their year.
This has been Barb Snellgrove for Outlook TV at Performance Works on Granville Island at Coronation 41.
Well, that's this edition. Over, done with, all the news.
Yeah, we've got another month to get the scoop on all the queer stories that are happening in our community. In the meantime, you can catch up on this episode and past episodes on our website.
You can go on YouTube, or you can visit us on Facebook.
And you can like us. Please like us. I'm Dan Doomshaw.
And I'm Rebecca Wyman. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll see you next time.